40-year resident of East Palestine, Ohio, says he's on a mission to fix the toxic problem caused by this year's train derailment by running for Congress. Dr. Tsai is a chiropractor who lives less than a mile from one of those contaminated creeks. He has been documenting that water for nearly a year at this point. He's turning his frustration, though, into focus, channeling his energy into a campaign he hopes will land him Republican Congressman Bill Johnson's House seat. Let's bring in Dr. Tsai for more of his insights and what's going on there on the ground. Doctor, thanks for being with us this morning.
You're welcome. Good morning.
So I was boots on the ground in East Palestine for 2 weeks after that train derailed earlier this year. The anger, the fear, the confusion, it was all palpable then. Set the scene for us now, 10 months later. Mood across town, what you're finding, and how people are feeling.
So nearly 11 months later, I went to the creek I went to the waterways on Christmas morning because I thought it was important to document. Highly contaminated. It's ridiculous. There's chemicals everywhere. I decided about 2 to 3 weeks ago that I'm going to run for Bill Johnson's seat, and I'm going to win. And you've got one shot at this, people, in 6th District of Ohio. If you're tired of corruption on the local level, the federal level, the state level, we have not gotten 1 penny from the federal government and President Biden.
Yeah.
A lot of you, go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off. You know, we're playing this video of the water. I want to get to you running in just a second, but this video, when you say that you can still see and find contaminants, you're talking about this rainbow sheen, right? That when you drag a stick across, you know, the mud, the creek bed, this rainbow sheen still comes up all these months later?
Yes, it still comes up. I think sheen is a dumbed down version that the EPA has given us. Those are deadly toxic chemicals. When I took my tests and sent them to Eurofins, one of the most respectable labs in the United States, there's high levels of benzene in that creek. You do not want your children touching, ingesting, inhaling those chemicals. We're being lied to.
Doctor, did you have political aspirations before this train derailment? I mean, you're obviously now running for Congress, but was this the aha moment for you, or had you been thinking of this for some time?
Absolutely not. My wife is the politician. I came home Wednesday night a couple weeks ago, and she said, you need to run for Bill Johnson's seat right when I walked in the door. Thought about it for about 30 seconds. And I said, you know what, I will. And I was thinking about that. You know, character, you judge character by watching people when no one else is watching them. Well, you might want to judge a politician's character when they had no dreams of even running for office and see what that person has been doing. And people of 6th District, you've got one shot at this. I'm going to do this once, and I want you to take a chance on an outsider. If you're tired of federal, local corruption, then I'm your man. I'll fight for District 6. We've gotten no assistance from President Biden. If you're tired of corruption, I just want you to get up and say, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. And I want you to march your asses down to the polls on March 19th, and you're going to vote Tsai. And when they swear me in, Washington is not going to know what hit them. And President Trump, I'm making a call. I want you to call me. I'm the kind of guy you want in Washington at your back. And we're going to give the country more TDS, that is Trump and Tsai derangement syndrome. And we're going to win. Let me
ask you this, sir. You know, I know, as I mentioned off the top, you've lived there for 30 years. It couldn't be more obvious that you care about the people there. East Palestine is home. You want to see justice served. But let's look into the future. You know, God forbid this were to happen again in your own backyard, somebody else's backyard, somewhere else across the country. How do you think your being an elected official in Congress would change things? Because this story garnered bipartisan support. Outraged people on both sides of the aisle called on President Biden to visit. He hasn't. So how would you actually change things around for the next community that this happens to?
Okay, I am not a one-trick pony. I know there are all kinds of challenges in District 6. I am fighting hard. I face the EPA, I face Norfolk Southern, I face the federal government, and I have a lot to lose. What I would do first when I get to Washington, I would push for no or low interest loans. We're not asking for a handout for the people that want to get out of their contaminated homes, but they're stuck here. They cannot pay 2 mortgages. So that's the first thing on my agenda, to help people. But I'm going to travel all through. When I'm elected, I'm going to listen to the common man. I'm going to travel all through this whole swath of the eastern part of Ohio, which is going to be my district, and I'm going to listen to you. People are tired of electing politicians that they put them in and do the opposite of exactly what they said they were going to do. and they ignore their constituents once they get in.
Yeah, people are
Through the
fed up.
Constitution, a representative is supposed to listen to his constituents and take those concerns to Washington.
Yeah.
And I'll be that man.
I know a lot of people in your community are appreciating your run for office, as well as your wife, I am sure, who brought this up to you in the first place. Your campaign tagline is to fix a spineless DC, which, of course, is a nod to your chiropractic background as well. Dr. Rick Tsai, thank you so much, and please keep us posted.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.